you guys. What was the bye week like, and what was your focus on?
The bye week was really good for us, especially after that loss. We needed to come back to Jesus moment really with the team and just focus on the fundamentals and just get back to the basics and just come out with more urgency. It wasn't a off week by any means. If anything, we kind of ramped it up, so it was good for us.
Yeah, like he said, we got to focus on ourselves, focus on the little details we need to work on as a team and as a whole. We got to really focus on things we needed to work on rather than focus on somebody else. So it was a really good opportunity for us to get better.
Coach Lewis said a lot of focus on the fundamentals this week, defensively and offensively. What is it? Is it tackling? Is it English? Is it ball security? What is fundamentals for your position?
Yeah, for defense, I would definitely say tackling. We didn't tackle the best last game, so we definitely worked on that, and we worked on that today as well, just with simple tackling drills and stuff like that, and just also just being in the right place, not trying to do too much, just focusing on your job, because if everybody does their job on the field, then we'll be all right.
For running backs specifically, I would say just like ball security. I would say just staying true to our runs, just staying to our pipes. For the designation of the play, just staying to our game plan.
What have you guys seen on film defensively and offensively when it comes to Cal?
They have a really, really good freshman quarterback. I know that the D-line this week for us can affect the game a lot. If we can just make them kind of feel under pressure, I feel like we have a big role in this game this week, so I'm really excited for that and for the challenge because it's kind of been slow up front for our standard, so I'm really excited for that. They have really, really good O-line and good, solid skill position groups and a good group of tight ends, so I'm excited for the challenge, and it should be a really good game.
I would say, they have a really good defense. They have some returners coming back. They have solid linebackers, and I would say I'm really excited to go up against these guys. Really good opportunity for us.
Trey, I'll ask you defensively, and Lucky, I'll ask you offensively. Defensively, against Washington State, you guys kind of got burnt when the play would kind of string out when the pass rush didn't necessarily get as active as you'd like. Cal's kind of the same way. How do you, as kind of the leader of the pass rush game, implement an aggressive game plan?
Yeah, we just got to make the plays that come to us, really, and then we just got to just be relentless in our pass rush. We may not get there on our first move. We just got to keep on throwing those counter moves, and we know the D-line is going to be a huge part in this game. We got to stop the run and force them to pass the ball. And once we get them in those third and long situations, we got to be ready to eat and ready to make some plays.
And offensively, I talked to Coach Lewis. You guys only gave up one fumble last year. You guys haven't turned the ball over yet. If you guys can establish a firm run game, how do you think that's going to help the offense, but also the defense too, if you can keep the ball out of Cal's hands?
It's going to help a lot. It's definitely going to help the defense, having them stay off the field, but also just open up our offense as a whole, open up the pass game. So it'll definitely help a lot.
Trey, you're still having that first sack. You've seen a little extra attention this year?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just getting a lot of action away from me, but I'm not really worried about the numbers this year as long as we're all doing our job. And I know the sacks will come. Like last year, I think I only had half a sack 2 games in. So, the sacks will come in due time. So I'm not really worried about that.
You guys have been really good on third down, in the top 5 third down defense in the country. What is the most important thing or the key to getting off the field on third down?
It's huge. We want to get the ball back in our offense's hands so they can score some touchdowns and score some points, put some points on the board. And just getting off the field, we can't be on the field for too long because that'll just make us super tired and we won't be playing at our best. So if we can get off the field and get that ball back for our offense, that's huge. That's the name of the game for us. So.
In those situations, from a performance standpoint, is it making sure that you don't over-pursue, play your assignment? Is it kind of those kind of things kind of get more magnified in those situations?
Yeah, definitely. You want to just do your job. You don't want to be doing too much. And if you do try to do too much and your eyes are bad, then you could get an easy completion, and then you just got to start the downs all over again. So you just got to really hone in on your fundamentals and details and what you're taught and what the game plan is and just be ready to go.
In reviewing Washington State, did you feel like you guys were trying to do too much and got out of positions?
I feel like just our eyes were bad on some plays. I know some of the guys were trying to do their best that they can, but just weren't making the plays that were coming to them, I would say. And that's what we kind of were focusing on, just honing in on the fundamentals and just tackling. And because I feel like we just kind of beat ourselves in that aspect, which I truly believe. I don't think they were were better than us. So that was really, watching back, that was gave me confidence that we beat ourselves and that it wasn't them beating us. So.
Okay, obviously the offense put up a lot of points in the first game, and then only 13 against Washington. What was different between those two opponents, or offensively?
Yeah, like we said earlier, it was just I feel like we really beat ourselves. I feel like we needed to hone in into our details and fundamentals, and we really didn't play to our standard this previous game, and so we really got this bye week to focus on that, dial into our details so we can be prepared for this week.
When you say fundamentals offensively, probably more for the run game, you would know. What are you guys looking to attack specifically in their defense?
It's just when I talk about that, I'm talking about like assignments, staying on like as an offense as a whole, just assignments in general. But just on Cal's defense, just making sure we establish the run, and it'll open up a lot of opportunities for the rest of our offense.
Like, you've been able to run through first contact quite a bit this year. Is that a trait you've always had?
I would say yes, sir. Yep.
You can trade with or not.
Yeah.
Was that a balance thing or more of just a walk-to thing?
It's a little bit of both. I've during the off season, I was working a lot on my balance, but also just the will and just wanting to stay up for my brothers. So yeah.
Any other questions for the players?
Last year, early in the season, the motto was kind of control the controllables. Is that still roll over this season, or is there a new motto so far after 2 games?
No, it's always going to be control the controllables. Everything that we can control, that's what's in our hands. Everything that's out of that, we can't control. Like we always say, that we can't let the refs get into the game as well. Like we got to be so good that the refs don't matter. So just got to control what we can control and do everything to our standard. Really, that's really the biggest motto this year.
You guys have an off week like you did. Do you take that opportunity to be a fan and watch college football on that TV, or get out and do other things?
No, I love watching college football, any football. So I really just watch all the games on Saturday, all the NFL games on Sunday. So that's one of my favorite times of the week, just to sit down and watch football.
Yep. Definitely just getting to watch some more football when we have some off time.
Any games in particular stand out to you on Saturday?
I really liked that Georgia-Tennessee game. That was a good game. And then obviously the Cal-Minnesota game, I watched that just for scouting purposes as well. So those are probably the 2 main games I watched.
Yeah.
You want to talk about your biggest takeaways from watching that game?
Yeah, so Minnesota kind of runs a similar defense to us. So I was kind of watching what worked for them and what didn't. And I know that if you give that freshman quarterback for Cal time, he'll dot you up really, really well. So that's why I'm honing in on the defensive line being a big part of this week. If we can kind of put pressure on him and kind of get in his face a little bit, kind of get him off his target, off his first little read, or just anything to affect him, I feel like we will have a big impact, and that'll help the game for us tremendously.
Anything you see defensively against Cal?
Yeah, they have a physical defense, but I feel like Minnesota got the opportunity to run the ball, so I feel like we can do that as well. So make sure we establish the run this week.
To my eye, it looked like a fairly even game until that turnover on the punt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, special teams, you can't forget about that phase of the game, so that's going to be a huge part for us this week as well. So we've really been emphasizing that as well. Our best players on special teams got to play like it. So.
And then, like, personal fouls. Do you guys do any extra work on the mental things you got to do to not let another player or another situation get into your head?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to know that personal fouls could lose us the game. You can't be dumb out there and get a dumb penalty and hurt the team. So it's really just watching clips of other teams, like the dumb penalties that they've had, and kind of learning from their mistakes as well, so we don't do them.